What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy back with another one. People, in today's video, we want to talk about the South African ambassador who was kicked out of America. See, all of you who said South Africa needs America, America is now showing you that they don't want us. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Hello. People, okay, let's get into it, right? So, you telling me that Donald Trump can say whatever he likes about Africa because Donald Trump has got money, because America is rich, because America is like the world superpower, right? So that's what you're telling me, right? Because if we start from the if we start at the very beginning, before this whole South Africa America debacle, right? Donald Trump came into office and he said Africa was a bunch of shithole countries. That means he does not like Africa. He may have been speaking the truth, but that shows that he does not like Africa. If anyone had to say America is a shithole country, would that person not be deemed as enemy of the state, as an enemy of America? Okay, so Donald Trump is entitled to his personal opinion, but the South African ambassador is not entitled to his opinion. Is that what you're telling me? Donald Trump can go in a public space and speak his personal mind. I mean, this is the same president he said he could touch women on the private parts, right? If I'm not mistaken. And it's okay because either he's white, it's okay because he's racist, and it's okay because he's rich. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So let's look at the escalations to where this has now come to, right? First, it started with a shithole comment. Then Donald Trump took office with his executive orders, cut aid to wherever he wanted to cut aid to. But in this context, I'm just going to speak about South Africa, right? So, South Africa is a shithole country, number one. Number two, cut aid to South Africa. I know he didn't cut aid only to South Africa, but I'm saying in this context, we're only speaking about South Africa. So, cut aid to South Africa. Number three, investigating the monies that the ANC received from Iran because Iran paid them money so that they could take Israel to the ICJ. That's a crime according to America. Okay, cool. But they can, but Israel can receive funding for bombs to kill women and children. So that is fine. I don't see how that is fine. And number three, they kick out South Africa's ambassador because he said something truthfully though, personal, his personal thoughts, but which people think and believe to be true, to be honest, right? Okay, he got kicked out for that. America's ambassador claimed that there was going to be a bomb explosion, some terror attack in South Africa, in Pretoria, Joburg, somewhere, right? Which proved to be a false alarm. Did we kick out the ambassador, even though what he did was a concern of national security for South Africa? No, we didn't. So, what's the way forward now for South Africa? Since now America has shown its utter disgust for America, for South Africa. A lot of South Africans feel like South Africa needs America. See, that word needs America. I don't sit well with it. Now that America is showing that they don't need South Africa, are we still going to beg them for their aid? Are we still going to do things to appease them because we need them? Is that the way to go? Or should we hit back and say, okay, you don't want us? It's clear now because you're trying to find every excuse in the book so that you can escalate this thing even further, so as to isolate us, so as to punish us, so as to do whatever, right? So, what is the way forward for South Africa? I think and I feel that South Africa needs to show America that we are not we are not dependent on them. Yes, what we need help. We need a hand up. We don't need aid. We need a hand up. We don't need a help out. So I think South Africa should draw first blood. I honestly believe that. Do what the Americans are not even thinking of at all. And what is that? I honestly believe that South Africa should close the American embassy. South Africa should close the Israeli embassy. Shut them both down because they are conducting a genocide against the Palestinians. That's the basis for closing the embassies. I really feel that's it. South Africa should not wait and get bullied into doing things and being humiliated over small issues of what someone said. Not what they did, what they said. Israel is committing horrific crimes of humanity, and still America gets to support them and fund them. The ambassador said something in his personal capacity, even though it was captured on camera, but that's what he thinks. He's entitled to his own opinions. But if his personal opinion is a way of punishing the country, then shouldn't we punish Donald Trump for calling Africa shuttle countries? Shouldn't that be shouldn't that be a way of us replying to what he said? So if closing the American embassy is not possible, how about we start closing American companies? Yeah, then they're going to say who's suffering, who's going to suffer the most. There'll be job losses, there'll be that. People. I keep telling everybody every time COVID happened for 2 years. Things were shut down. 2 years later, 3 years later, we are here, struggling, suffering. Even with America's aid, we're still struggling, we're still suffering. So why are we holding on to a friendship, a relationship that the other person doesn't want to clearly be in? Why are we forcing them to be our friend? Why are we forcing them to be our trade partner? Why are we forcing them to be something that they don't want to be? Why are we doing that? It doesn't make sense. People, at the end of the day, some leaders have to brace up, stand up, and take one for Africa. I don't care if a lot of things have to come to an end because we're taking a solid stand. I mean, South Africa, to be honest, is the poster child for the fight against apartheid. So if South Africa is going to be that poster child for apartheid, let us take that poster child mentality and image all the way through. And let us not support and stand by and watch a genocidal nation committing horrific acts, getting supported by the biggest bully in the world. And let us not stand with those people. Let us not do. Let us let us what's the word? Let us let us pull ourselves away from such people. Let us not align ourselves with such people. Let us show them that we do not stand for racism, we don't stand for genocide, we do not stand for even for the sake of trade. We will do the moral thing and do the right thing, and let us dissociate ourselves with America and Israel. That's the starting point. I can promise you now, South Africa will get hurt. South Africa will hurt economically. But I can also guarantee you that South Africa pulling itself away from America, disassociating itself with America and Israel, will also hurt America just as much. I can guarantee you that. Who will feel it the most? The companies that do business in South Africa or with South Africa. Then South Africa needs to take a firm stand and then take control of the situation in DRC, blocking any American influence in DRC, along with other BRICS nations, Russia and China. Then we will see if America will come play ball with South Africa. That's the way I think. You see, there's levels to this thing, there's tactics to this thing. So we cannot just be getting bullied and getting bullied. It just doesn't work. So for all those who think America, we're gonna lose him, like Gayton McKenzie, he sings the praises of America. We need America. No, we don't need America. You need America. At the present moment, America's aid is not trickling down to us. It's trickling down as fast to the elite and to those that are associated with the elites. So what do the poor of the poorest need America for, since they're not getting anything from the American money from American what? ARV treatments we can get there from China. This and that we can get from China. We can get that from India. We can get that from Russia. We can. Why are we holding on to America for? What? Really? What? If there was no gold, what were we going to do? If there was no paper, what were we going to do? Those are things you need to look at. What are the alternatives? Guys, we cannot be dependent on America. It's just not one. It's just not one. So I really feel like we need to close the American embassy. We need to close the Israeli embassy. We need to respond in a way that they feel it, that we are not no pushovers. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on this one. But yeah, tell me what you think about it in the comment section below. So for this one, there's no pros and there's no cons because it's a real sad story that, yeah, an ambassador gets kicked out for expressing his personal views, not for something that he did. Their ambassador did something causing panic in the country, whereas our ambassador just spoke his mind of what he thought about Donald Trump and America, and that got him kicked out. That's totally unfair. South Africa needs to respond with a strong arm tactic that's going to send a message that must reverberate around America and Europe that South Africa is not to be messed with. That's what I think. Let me know what you think about this topic. Was I on the money or did I totally mess it with this one? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know, we family, right? Holla.